Yo, welcome back to You Cannot Be Serious with Big Daddy Bling, and the news today that my man Cody Bellinger has signed a 4-year extension to stay with the Cubs. So, Bling Nation, let me know, what do you think of the deal? We have Bo from California. You're on the air with Big Daddy Bling. Yo, this is totally bogus, man. Cody belongs in LA, dude, not some ivy-covered crap hole on a lake. Will from Illinois, you are on the air with Big Daddy Bling. Big Daddy, I don't know why the Cubs would extend a washed-up hitter when the clear problem at the Cubs is pitching. Man, I just don't know what Oz that villain is doing. Hey, my man AV usually has a plan. Sometimes it's even a good one. We have Ohio now. We head to Ohio and Hunter. You are on the air with Big Daddy Bling. I'd just like to say, long live King Cody of Chicago.
Go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today.
Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to the Chicago Cubs. It's Season 2, Episode 5 today. We are going to be facing the Cincinnati Reds, and King Cody has signed an extension, and I'm fairly happy about this one because he has done really well. Now, is he right back? I sort of wanted to resurrect his career. Is he back to being at his best? Obviously not, but he's getting to the point where he might get considered for All-Star selection again, and that it would be something very nice. So let's have a quick look at the extension that he has signed with us. So we can see it here now. He's on $12 million right now, so he's actually signed on for less. As you can see, there's a player option there for the fourth year of the deal, which is fine. The reason I'm fine with that is because we do still have Pete Crow Armstrong that is hanging around, and my plan is for him to sort of still be a part of the team. But I just think Bellinger's doing that well. That I'm quite pleased to have him here. Now, Bellinger aside, there's not too much other good news to report. If we do just go and have a quick look at how we've been getting on. Now, of course, we left off just after the All-Star break with this game there against the Diamondbacks. Good game it was as well. We won and lost the other game in that series, so we split it. Kansas City then came to town. We got swept by them. We went to Oakland. We managed to win 2 of 3 there, but we got swept in San Francisco. If we go over the page, Miami, we won 2 of 3 at home. Minnesota came to town. We lost 2 there, including a bit of a blowout in game 1 of the series. We went to St. Louis, divisional rival of course, and we were able to split that series, but 2 games to 0 there was not great. Washington came to town. Now, they're not a great side. It was a relatively close series. We lost 1 in extra inning, but we can't really complain. We lost 3 of 4 against them. We've so far split the series with the Reds. We are hosting them, so you'd like to think we need to at least be winning the series 2-1, and it's left us in a little bit of a sticky situation. These are the standings. Our playoff hopes, I think, are just about done. We are in 11.5 games back of the Cardinals, and if we just go down to see the wild card race, we are 12 games outside the wild card race. So we are very much at this point playing for next season. Ideally, if we could get back towards 500, that would be nice. But the way we're playing right now, there's not really much sign of that. We only won 9 of 26 since I saw you last, so that is obviously disappointing. If we go and have a quick look at the leaders here in the league, and we will see again a distinct lack of Cubs here. So that is, anytime that's the case, it's disappointing, isn't it? So yeah, that is that. Let's check some of these numbers. So you'll notice here with the pictures that, for the most part, it's not looking too bad. There's a lot of 3s and 4s at the front of these ERAs, which is absolutely fine. So yeah, that is good. Perkins is bringing his numbers back down, as is Justin Steele. Those two were sort of way up towards double figures. So that obviously is positive. You can see the ERA pluses when we get over that far. Again, there's a lot of guys above 100, not too many below. So that is a good thing. And 2 of them that are below, as I said, are Steele and Perkins, who we admit have had a bit of a slow start and are sort of trying to edge that back. So overall, it's quite promising on the pitching front. We definitely do need to improve on Stroman as a starter. But here he is here, sorry. But his contract's up at the end of the year. That gives us 20-odd million to spend. And yeah, the rest of the starting rotation is doing well. If we go and have a look at the hitters, and this is where I think we're getting let down a little bit. I think at the end of this season, we might look to change the, well, we would almost definitely look to change the manager. We might even look to change the hitting coach, even though attribute-wise would suggest that he is doing quite well, or that he's good, I should say. Necessarily that he's doing quite well. Now, Horner is injured. Nico Horner is injured. So Kevin Maid has come back in for him. You'll notice that Pete Crow Armstrong is there as well. I can't remember who I took out for him. And if we do just quickly have a look here at the team rankings, you can see that it's the batting that is letting us down. And I feel like, I mean, I don't think we necessarily have a batting lineup that should be, you know, competing even for the playoffs maybe, but I feel like we're better than, we should be 500. The pitching, the defense is all quite good. Errors is maybe a little high, but outside of that, it's all quite decent. And this is a starting rotation that we very much built on the cheap right now. So yeah, all things are looking good. It's just, we just need to somehow manage to score a few more runs, and batting averages probably need to be a little bit higher in order to do that, don't they? So that's that. Let's go have a look at the lineups as we prepare to host the Cincinnati Reds. It really is a must-win game, this one. On your feet, Chicago, as tonight's patched-up team takes the field. At first base, it's Edwin Rios. At second base, it's Josh Rojas. At third base, it's Nick Madrigal. At shortstop, it's Kevin May. In left field, it's Joshua Mears. In center field, it's Pete Crow Armstrong. In right field, it's Seiya Suzuki. Designated hitter is William McQuaid. Behind the plate tonight is Thomas Nido. And tonight's starting pitcher is Chris Clarke. Alright, so the matchups don't look fantastic, but they could be worse. So Madrigal will lead us off at third base. It's Rojas at second base batting second. Suzuki bats third in right field. So we've got McQuaid designated hitting at 4. Mears bats 5 and left field. Rios needs a bit of a rest. He's batting 6 at first base. Maid is shortstop for this one. He bats 7. Armstrong in center field bats 8. Nido the catcher bats 9. Chris Clarke is on the mound for us today. He has a 7-6 record, an ERA of 3.40, a whip of 1.38. So he's putting up some good numbers. We're up against Alex Wood, a left-hander, which is partially why we see a bit of a mix-up in the batting order as well. Now, he has a 6-9 record, an ERA of 5.32, and a whip of 1.42. Now, that ERA is looking pretty juicy. The problem is that we've seen many times a pitcher will come into a game with us with that sort of an ERA and then leave with it being considerably lower. So let's hope we can get the number there that we're hoping for. So welcome to Wrigley. Crow Armstrong is in for Triantos, who I dropped back to AAA. I just saw it in my notes there. I don't know. I can't read, apparently. Triantos wasn't doing badly necessarily, but we needed an outfielder to come in. And obviously, Pete Crow Armstrong is the man. If you're wondering where Bellinger and Swanson are, they just have day-to-day injuries, so they just kind of missed this. Crow Armstrong with a very nice catch for the first out of the game. TJ Friedel will come in now, batting 242 for them. So yeah, that's who came in, or left, I should say, to make space for Mr. Crow out there. So 2 away, we've got Ellie Dela Cruz. I don't think Ellie is in the room today, so she won't come running up, jumping on the back of the seat again. We get a 1-2-3 inning to start off proceedings, and that's very nice. So Nick Madrigal will lead us off, batting 266 this season. It is a 2-2 pitch. If we're looking for guys that might be looking to leave at the end of the season, or that we might be looking to move on, I should say, I think Madrigal is probably towards the top of that list. Rojas will come in now. He is batting 260 this season. And Rojas into left field. He is caught. That'll be 2 away. And it brings up Suzuki. Now, Suzuki is only batting 194. Recently, he's been better than that. He's also better than that versus lefties. It's a full count. And Suzuki hits it hard, but straight to third base. And he, too, will be out at first to end the first. So we go to the second. Clarke against and I can never say that name. Encarnacion. Oh, it's a hyphenated name. I'm not even going to attempt the second one. Anyway, it's a strikeout. That's what we get having a long name I can't say. Stevenson comes in now, batting 261. A 1-2 pitch. And Clarke gets the ground ball to third base, and Madrigal cannot handle it. So reaches on an error. Spencer steer to the plate. Now runner at first, one out. He's batting 277 this season. Can we get a double play ball? We can get a strikeout. I tell you what, Clarke sat 3 down already here. And it now brings up Ahmed Rosario, batting 292. And he gets a ground ball to third base. This time Madrigal can pick it up. And this time we end the inning. So very nicely done through 2 with the ball. Let's see what we can do with the bat. McQuaid will lead us off, batting 244. It's a 1-2 pitch. He struggles versus lefties. And, well, there we go. Exhibit A, Your Honor. Joshua Mears now batting 194. Again, another one of these guys that does do much better versus the lefties. First pitch swing, and Joshua Mears has given us the lead. Joshua Mears. Oh, no, he hasn't. He caught it. Well, that makes me look a bit stupid, doesn't it? Didn't even get to see that. Well, Edwin Rios will come in now. He pops it up. Another one against lefties that doesn't do great. And I was getting all excited there, getting carried away, and I couldn't hear any home run sirens. And, well, yeah, I read the commentary, and there I go. That's one for everybody to laugh at. If you've enjoyed that, hit thumbs up on the video. Alright, so Clarke puts a runner aboard. Patrick Wisdom. Now, I'm fairly sure we had him, didn't we? Then we traded him away. Crow Armstrong is there. Makes the catch. That is one away. Runner will stay at first. It brings Frawley back up. He is 0 for 1 today. It's a 0-2 pitch. Clarke with another strikeout. So 2 down for TJ Friedel, who's 0 for 1. And that is into right field. Suzuki is there. Makes the catch. And they are hitless through 3. All right, Kevin Maid comes to the plate, batting 228. In, of course, for the injured Swanson for this one. I think either Swanson is back tomorrow and Bellinger in 2 days, or vice versa. They're both sort of right on the edge of coming back. Pete Crow Armstrong coming in for a first YouTube bat. And he pops that up into center field for 2 away. It'll bring up Thomas Nido. He's batting 197. It's a 1-2 pitch, and Nido strikes out, and we are hitless through 3 as well. It is obviously therefore scoreless. Dela Cruz comes back in, 0 for 1 today. It's an 0-2 pitch, and that is into left field. That might not be caught. It is not caught, and Dela Cruz has given them the lead, 387 feet. And, well, a little bit harsh on Clarke, that one. He'd done quite well until that point. But, yeah, that has left. Encarnacion Strand to the plate. I got both names out that time, just in time for him to strike out. Excellent stuff. 1 away. Stevenson now, who reached on the error, I think, last time, didn't he? Full count. And another strikeout for Clarke. That is 6 now through 3 2/3. Steer, who's 0 for 1. It's another full count. 2 on. No one. 2 out, sorry. No one on. There is someone on now as we issue the 2-out walk. Ahmed Rosario, who maybe look a fool out there in left field earlier. There's a ground ball back to the pitcher. It goes through the pitcher's legs. And they have a base runner. So 2 on, 2 out now for Rayo, who is 0 for 0. Did he walk last time, or did we hit him? And that might be another run. Pete Crow Armstrong comes in. He does have a good arm, but it is not good enough. And the Reds get a second in the top of the 4th. And Wisdom will come back in now. 0 for 1 today. It's an 0-1 pitch. It is into center field. Pete Crow Armstrong is going back. He makes the catch. And, well, that'll do it for the top of the 4th. But we've dropped 2 down. And Madrigal will lead us off 0 for 1 today. A 2-0. Madrigal slaps it through the right side of the infield for a leadoff single. So our first hit of the game. Rojas now, who's 0 for 1. A full count. Madrigal, not even close. Strikeout, thrown out at second. 2 out, no one on. Seiya Suzuki. It's a 2-1 pitch. Suzuki up the middle, and if Madrigal had just stayed at first, we'd have runners at first and second right now with 1 away. But it's William McQuaid. He's 0 for 1. Can he get hold of something? He cannot, and that will do it for the 4th. Ideally, we need to get this guy off the pitch, off the mound, I should say, get a right-hander up there. But, of course, the issue with designated hitters is that there's no real way to do that. I mean, we can just hit him out of the attack, I suppose, but we don't look like doing that right now, do we? Alright, Friedel comes in, a 1-2 pitch. He gets it into left field. It is going to be caught out there by Mears, so that is 2 away. And in now comes Dela Cruz. Hit the home run, of course, last time up. It's a 1-0 pitch. And it is again into left field, but Mears is there. Mears makes the catch. That ends the fifth. And we are still 2-0 down. Mears will now lead us off. Maybe look a fool last time, hitting the ball so close to home run in left field. This time he grounds it to the shortstop and makes himself look like a fool. So that is 1 away. Rios now, who's batting 0 for 1 today. It is a 2-2 pitch and a strikeout. Let me know what you think of of the hitting. Like I say, I don't necessarily think that it's going to win us a World Series or even make the postseason, but I do feel like it's better than what we're playing right now, sort of well below 500. So May gets himself a single. It brings Pete Crow Armstrong up. He strikes out to end the inning. But yeah, I just think that given the pitching is doing quite well, as Estrada will come on now. So Clarke goes 5, gives up 2 earned runs. So I mean, again, that's fairly solid, isn't it? As Estrada starts by hitting a man. All right, 1 on, none out for Stevenson. It's a 1-0 pitch. It is into center field. Crow Armstrong goes back. Simple catch, and that is 1 away. Runner stays at first for Steer. So yeah, I just think, if we ditch the manager, that's the obvious thing. And our hitting coach, as I said, his attributes for hitting are quite good. But I've noticed that just because the attributes for hitting are good, that helps with developing a player. So in sort of the farm system, it doesn't necessarily seem to make that much difference in Major League Baseball. So I think you guys have said before, it's more down to relationships. So perhaps what annoys me is that we've got a really good hitting coach, and he's not going to go down to say even AAA. He's going to refuse that. So it means sort of losing him altogether. But we might have to do that for the greater good. But I'll deal with that in the off season. As Nido leads us off with a single. All right, we see this time and time again from us, don't we? It feels like we're getting completely outplayed, but we stay in the game thanks to the pitching, and as that is caught in right field. We just maybe still a chance of getting a result here. Rojas now, he walks, so we have 2 on. We have 1 out, and we have Suzuki at the plate. He is 1 for 2 today. It's a 1-1 pitch. Seiya Suzuki into left field. That's not going to get the job done. And it's going to come down to William McQuaid. If there's one guy we could have at the plate, it would be him. Maybe not against the lefty, though. He's 0 for 2 today. First pitch, takes a swing, grounds it to the shortstop, and ends the inning. And it is still 2-0 to the Reds. Wisdom to lead them off now. He is 0 for 2. A 2-2 pitch. And a strikeout for Estrada. 1 away. Fraley now, who's 0 for 3. It's a 2-0. Can we keep the 0? No, it's into center field. Oh, ho, ho! Pete Crow Armstrong. Welcome to Major League Baseball with that catch. That was epic. So 2 down now for Friedel. It's a 1-1 pitch, and that is a ground ball, and it is another error on Madrigal. If you're wondering, I meant to mention this before. If you're wondering why Mears is still in the team, in the squad, in the roster, I should say, as Hoyer comes out and gets the out to end the inning, we will stretch, and then I will explain why Mears is still with us. Alright, welcome back. Now, as I said, Mears at the plate, so perfect opportunity. If you're wondering why he is still with us, if you remember, we picked him up on Rule 5 draft, so he has to stay on our active roster or else we'll lose him. He is good. Don't let his current state of things fool you. He is a good player. He's going to get even better. He is struggling this season, there's no doubt. And I think the plan for next season, particularly the way Pete Crow Armstrong is playing defensively right now, is we'll send Mears down to AAA, just have another fantastic outfielder down in AAA. As I said, a second hit of the day for Kevin Made. He's looking quite good, isn't he? He's looking, you could say, made for Major League Baseball. So Pete Crow Armstrong will come in now, 0 for 2. He will swing 6 weeks after the pitch went past him and end the 7th. So I think if we move Bellinger over to left field, which he's more than capable of doing, and we'll just let Mears sort of he can come and go as we please then, because he will have option years left as well. Hoyer starts things off with a strikeout. First pitch on the next guy is popped up into center field. Pete Crow Armstrong will have that because he can catch anything apparently, and it brings Spencer Steer, who is 0 for 2, to the plate. It's an 0-1 pitch, and that is through the right side of the infield for a 2-out single. And what we really don't need now is for another run to cross. And there's a strikeout, and that will do it for the 8th. And we'll go to the top of it. Now we've got a right-hander to face Nido, who is 1 for 2. Now this is potentially where we could turn things around. We are just a better team versus a right-handed pitcher. And Nido gets a second hit of the day. Brings tying run to the plate in the shape of Madrigal, who is not great versus. He's one of the ones that is better versus a lefty. A 1-2 pitch, just into a double play. Madrigal, he doesn't. He strikes out, 1 away. In comes Rojas, who is 0 for 2. A 1-2 pitch. Rojas strikes out, 2 down. And can Suzuki do something useful in his season to date? You can say career almost. No, he strikes out as well. And we go to the 9th. We are 2-0 behind. And it is Hoya continuing to Arroyo. It's an 0-2 pitch. And it's a strikeout for Hoya. And that makes his 100th strikeout for the Cubs. In now comes Patrick Wisdom. He is 0 for 3. First pitch swing and up the middle. And that is a 1-out single. I guess we probably leave him on there for now, don't we? Farley, comes in. He's 0 for 4. He grounds it past the first baseman, right down into that corner. And that looks as though it might be another run coming across. No, thankfully. It stays runners at second and third, but just 1 away. And Brandon Hughes will now come out the pitch. He's going to face TJ Friedel, who's 0 for 4. We really do need a strikeout. It's a 2-0 pitch, though. And that is into center field. Crow Armstrong will catch it, but surely the run will score. And we go 3-0 down. We just left Hoyer out there for too long, didn't we? In a game that are we playing for the playoffs anymore? We're probably not, so it doesn't matter. Crow Armstrong, how many catches has he made today? He's certainly got a few, hasn't he? And that'll do it. We go to the bottom of the 9th. We need 4 runs, and we have McQuaid, or we need 3 at least, to face Diaz and leading us off. He is 0 for 3 tonight. It's an 0-2 pitch. If you haven't yet, we need MVP nominations. So whoever you think has been our MVP this year, make sure you let me know, and we will probably be voting on that next episode because there's not much left to play for this season, it doesn't look like. Mears gets a ball into center field. Is that going to drop in for us? No. And we're down to our final out. It's going to be Rios. And he is 0 for 3 as well. It's a 2-2 pitch. And there we go. That was pathetic. So yeah, this is our hitting coach. And you can see there, handles development well, teach hitting legendary. But for whatever reason, he's not getting it done as a hitting coach. Look at the batting average last year to this year. That is down quite a bit. A team average of 235 is just not good enough. That team ERA is very, very good, though. His relationships are average. So like I say, I think what we maybe do this offseason is we just look to improve it. But his poorer relationships are with the pitchers, which as a hitting coach doesn't really matter. But yeah, if you have any advice on that, let me know what you think we need to do. But yeah, he's a good hitting coach, but maybe more so for developing a hitter than actually being the Major League Baseball hitting coach. So yeah, there we go. That is a look at some of the other coaches there. We'll go through and see who we want to keep and who we don't. Dave Ross, I think he needs to go as well, to be honest. He's had 2 seasons with us, and we haven't really looked like we've taken a step forward. So yeah, I think maybe we look to get a new manager in as well. But that's all for another time. If you've enjoyed that today, make sure you hit thumbs up. I don't know why you would have, but maybe you did. And we'll be back next time, assuming that I'm going to have to play the Reds again. No, surely we've got more games. Oh, we do. Assuming that we're not going to make the playoffs, what I think we will do is just come straight back for the final day against Philly. So we'll be voting on MVP. Make sure that is quite a gap, though. But there's no point dragging it out. So we'll come back for the final game of the season versus the Phillies. So I don't know what to tell you. Hopefully we'll have won a few more games by then. Maybe we'll do like we did last year, go on an epic run and almost make the playoffs. But somehow I doubt that's going to happen. So until then, guys, I've been Aussie Bell, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.